on the back of the phone because we tried to put it on the front of the phone so we could see like ourselves and make sure the quality's good and the camera's good, but the fisheye, it was a little more shaky. It wasn't as clear, and it just didn't look good. So we put it on the back of the phone and we mounted it towards the screen, towards that way, so we could use the camera on the back.
The issue was that the rear-facing cameras have image stabilization, and the front-facing cameras don't.
Yeah. Exactly.
So the struggle is real for the viewers.
Yeah. And hopefully camera quality, when we get this GoPro, will be better. Helicopter noise. But hopefully we'll get this GoPro so we'll start making better quality videos and getting it too.
So what we're doing now is we're going to do a little road test review of my car, and it's a 2013 BMW 328 XDrive, so it's the all-wheel drive version. And for the 2013, I believe they started in 2012 with the introduction of the N20 motor, which is a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. And in this particular version, the 328, it puts out 240 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque. You can get the lower trim models, the 320. I was looking at those as well. And the 320, the issue with the 320 is it's the same motor. It's an N20, 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. But in that instance, it only puts out 180 horsepower and about 240 pound-feet of torque.
Which, for a daily, it's still
yeah, I mean, that's not bad, but coming from a car with 260 horsepower, I kind of didn't really want to go back. Alright, so what I've got the car in right now is I've got it in Sport, and Sport heightens the throttle response.
Oh, yeah. You can just feel how tight how stiff it is.
It shifts at higher rev points. It's a little bit more aggressive just altogether. The suspension stiffens up a little bit. You can feel the braking. The braking is a little bit harder. The car relies on engine braking a little bit more as well. It's an interesting feeling when you switch it from comfort to Sport. You can really feel the engine doing a lot of work. Now BMW, they have 4 different driving modes. You've got your Eco, Pro, your Comfort, your Sport Plus. Now the only thing I've noticed between Sport and Sport Plus mode is when you put it in Sport Plus mode, the car flashes at you and it says that it has engaged dynamic traction control mode. So what that means is the traction control is just it steps in a little bit less. Lets you have a little bit more fun with the car. And you can actually disengage traction control altogether by holding down the traction control button for a few seconds. I believe it's about 5. But the issue is you can't have it in Sport mode and disengage traction control all the way. So you can't have both worlds. But what you can do is you can put the transmission into DS. By putting it in DS, you just kick the gear shifter over to the left, just like most cars. You can put it in manual mode.
What a great shot!
And it just makes the shifting a little bit more aggressive than before. So you can put it in that mode and disengage traction control all the way, and you can have a little bit more fun that way. The transmission, speaking of which, is the 8-speed ZF transmission. It's a great gearbox. It's been in a lot of cars.
But these seats have side bolsters that tighten up and grip your love handles, and it's great. It makes the ride so much better.
Oh yeah, you ever need a nice hug at the end of the day? Yeah. Just hop in the car, tighten these bad boys all the way up.
That's funny.
So I am getting a Burger Motorsports Stage 1 tune for this car, and I ordered it last week, so it should be coming in sometime this week, hopefully Monday.
do you think about the sound? Is it gonna do anything to the sound? Is it gonna make it?
Well, it's gonna tell the car to create more boost, essentially, and it kind of changes the air fuel. I think I'm not 100% sure of what the tune does,
Yeah.
but I mean the dyno chart speaks for itself, man. The amount of real estate that's gained, it's impressive for the stage 1.
You plan on doing something to the sound, don't you?
Yeah, I do plan on putting an exhaust on here at some point. I'm in between a Dynan exhaust. It's just an axle back. I'm not looking for anything crazy. So my overall impressions of the car, I mean, it's really planted. You feel the all-wheel drive grip. It's a different sensation if you've never been in an all-wheel drive car.
I forgot it was.
Yeah, the grip is.
We got some vultures.
Scavengers.
Oh, possum. That was gross.
That was gross. I mean, the suspension, it's really compliant. You put it in comfort mode, and the bumps, next to nothing, especially compared to my 2004 Saab that I was coming out of with the sport suspension. And the adaptive suspension is great. Being able to go from comfort to sport, and I spend most of the time driving in sport, not just because it's it's a little bit quicker and it's a little bit more fun, but the suspension in sport mode is near perfect balance. I mean, it's not too stiff at all. It's really, really easy on the bumps. I've got speed bumps in my neighborhood. Not a problem.
And they are humps.
Yeah, they are speed
Not
humps.
bumps. Ooh.
Oh, nice little Mercedes. Getting it on the back road.
Hell yeah.
The exhaust note's not the greatest, which is
Still sounds okay.
which it doesn't sound bad, but you know, BMW, they're known for their straight 6 motors.
Mhm.
So putting a 2-liter 4-cylinder, it was completely different. A lot of people, they weren't sure how they were going to react to it, but the noise, it's not bad. I mean, I think it makes a good grunt.
Yeah.
You can get the optional sports exhaust that didn't come on my car, but that's why I'm looking into getting an exhaust. Nothing crazy, but I just wanted to have a little more sound.
Why didn't it come?
But you get the sport package, and the sports exhaust was an option. But the wheels, with the sport package, it comes with the upgraded wheels too. So I've got the bigger 18s on this car. And they are 225s all the way around. Pirelli all-season tires right now. I'm probably going to get a set of summer tires. And I've looked into getting a different set of wheels. Not sure if I'm going to do that yet. But it's kind of costly. I love the way the car looks, though. I have a 95 318 Ti, and it's interesting to see the similarities between the two. You can see a lot of different styling cues that they've passed on from generations of different BMWs. So it's neat to see the young buck next to the old lad.
Is there anything else in the car that you particularly like? Out of anything else in the car that you like, that you love, that's your favorite part of the car?
Honestly, the thing that I love the most is when I first sat in the car, I felt completely comfortable. Everything falls to where your hand is. It's just the iDrive system, everything's right there, and I need it. I've got I've got the larger screen up front. It's got the tech package in it, so it's got the larger screen up front. Gives you a little more options with the menu and everything too, as far as what you want to do with your car. But the fact that I got in the car and felt instantly comfortable, and hardly had to adjust anything. The seating position was just right.
I wanted to buy it like that.
Yeah, I got in the car and knew I was buying it. There was no question about it.
These are all 5 cents, so you're good. You should be, yeah. And it sounds really, really good from inside the car.
Nice, smooth tarmac.
We've never he hasn't driven it like this really before, this hard for this long, and especially with the collide, we always got music or something going and so to be able to hear it, it sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, the car's been great. The brakes have felt great the entire time I've been driving. Hadn't had any issue with brake fade. You know, the engine, the temperature gauge is staying just at a quarter. It never goes above a quarter. It's right there.
And the turbo's got something cool about it. You know, I think it's cool. Jeremy can tell you more.
What it is, it's BMW's twin power turbo. So a lot of people, they think, oh, twin power, it means twin turbo.
Yeah.
What it really means is there's essentially two scrolls in the turbo, and there's a small outlet, or there's a small port and there's a bigger port. So when the engine is in the lower revs, it's building boost based off that, and then when the engine is in the high revs, the boost picks up. So you have this linear power band all throughout. BMWs, they're usually known for that on their engines. So it's good that they were able to translate that to a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder and keep that linear power band and keep that 6-cylinder smoothness. And I guess, should we end the video?
Yeah, I guess that's all for today.
Alright. Well, I guess we're going to end the video there. Thanks for joining us. Subscribe.
Yep.
Hit the like button. Let us know what you think I should do with my car in the comments below.
Peace.
Peace.